Russia launched a massive blitz of strikes against Ukraine overnight, and for Europe, the message was impossible to ignore: this war is not just Ukraine's problem. It is a warning shot aimed at the entire continent. The scale and intensity of the attack underscored something military officials have been saying for months: Europe is not ready to defend itself if this conflict were to spill across NATO's borders. Russian fighter jets regularly probe NATO airspace to test the alliance's response. Drones have pushed into European territory bordering western Ukraine. And the ballistic missiles Russia has used against Ukraine are capable of carrying nuclear warheads and hitting European capitals within minutes. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte put it bluntly back in January. He said, "If anyone thinks that the European Union, or Europe as a whole, can defend itself without the US, keep on dreaming. You can't. We can't. We need each other." Those words carry extra weight now, as President Trump has already withdrawn some American military assets from Europe and is reportedly considering pulling back even more. NATO allies say they are scrambling to fill that gap, but officials and experts agree they are nowhere close. Poland's defense minister, Władysław Kosiniak-Kamysz, was quick to reassure his citizens on Thursday, posting on social media that Poland's borders held firm during the overnight strikes. He noted that French and Dutch forces helped protect Polish airspace and pointed to the country's ongoing investments in its military as the reason Poles could feel safe. Next week, NATO leaders gather in Ankara, Turkey, where the central question will be whether European members of the 32-nation alliance are doing enough. The honest answer is, more than before, but still not enough. European allies collectively spent $90 billion more on their armed forces last year than in 2024. But many governments are still wrestling with how to balance rising defense budgets against the demands of healthcare, pensions, and affordable housing. And that's before accounting for what Europe is spending directly to keep Ukraine in the fight. With American support severely curtailed under the Trump administration, Europe has dramatically increased its financial backing for Kyiv. The European Union this week began transferring €6 billion to Ukraine, part of a sweeping €90 billion loan package aimed at strengthening Ukraine's defenses. EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas summed up the strategy plainly, saying, "We keep raising the cost until Russia understands it cannot win. For now, Ukraine remains Europe's first line of defense." But Thursday's strikes are a stark reminder that the line between someone else's war and your own can shift faster than any defense budget cycle. I'm your host, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.